All right, shalom, and welcome to another show of GMS Collage. I almost forgot what channel. GMS Collage, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua as always. We also want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders of GMS, and we also want to, say honors and salutations to you other brothers that are out there teaching the word sincerely and meaning it when you do it. All right, so today's show is going to be about teaching and being instant in season, out of season. We didn't come out last week. It was a bad storm out here. They shut down public transportation, so we didn't come out. So it'll sound a little hypocritical to say instant in season or out of season, but if you can't make it, you can't make it. So we decided to do this show, and we're gonna hit a couple of scriptures of why you should make your body that type of sacrifice. And being out here in the cold, you got some brothers that teach in 100-degree weather and in the super hot weather. So whatever turmoil, for lack of a better word, that you have to go through to teach this word, do it proudly, man, because the Lord did something for us that we can never pay back. There's nothing we can do to pay him back for the things that he's done, and we're going to read it right now. You got that?
This is John chapter 15, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as kept my Father's commandments.
Right, and one of his commandments, if you go to Matthew 22:9, one of his commandments was for us to go out on the highways and byways and teach this word. So it should be a light thing. It says that his yoke is easy, his yoke is light in Matthew's the 5th chapter, I believe it is. So it's an easy thing for us to go out and teach the word for the Lord. Okay, go ahead.
Even as I kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love.
Mm-hmm.
These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, that your joy might be full. This is my commandment, that ye love one another.
Right. Read 11 again, bro.
Verse 11. These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you.
Right.
And that your joy may be full.
Right. So it should make you full of joy to teach this word, man. It does. It makes you feel good when you're able to put a video together and put it on YouTube and have you see your views building up. It fills you up with joy to let you know that you're doing the work of the Lord, man.
Brothers are being edified.
Right. Brothers are being built up. It makes you feel good inside. Right? Go ahead.
This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
Right. And you know what love is? Loving is the keeping of the commandments. If you keep the commandments, and one of the commandments is going out to teach the word. Go ahead.
Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
And that's the point I wanted to make. The Lord laid down his life for his friends. He considered us his friends. That's why he laid his life down for us. And it's only right that we give the greatest sacrifice that we can give, because the Lord is not making us die on the cross the way his son did. So the next thing is to make yourself a sacrifice and to say to the Lord, you know what? Even though we're not having to die, we can still go out there and teach your word. Now this brother Yashawamba, he said something. He said that the Lord is showing us that this thing is true. He's doing his job to make sure that we see that this thing is true. So how much more us to make sure that we show that we're true, right? So it's a small thing to go out and teach the word. It's a small thing to put videos up. It's a small thing. Go ahead. Was that it on John?
Yeah, come.
Okay.
Saki. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
Right. Henceforth
I call you not servants, for the servants knoweth not what his Lord doth.
Right, doeth. So as a servant, it says the servant doesn't know what his Lord does, and it's true. You don't tell, like for instance, your wife. Your wife is your servant. You don't tell her all your business.
Right.
You don't tell her everything you go do. You don't tell her what you did at work. You don't tell her how much money you make. That's your business. She's your servant. But the Lord is counting us as friends because he's telling us what he's doing. He said, before these things spring forth, I tell you of them. So he considers us friends. So this work is a small thing. Go ahead.
But I have called you friends.
Mm-hmm.
For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you.
Mm-hmm.
Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you.
That's right.
And ordained you.
Right.
That you should go bring forth fruit.
And it's heavy, man. The Lord chose you as his friend, man. That's a heavy thing. But you owe. We all of us, man, we owe. He gave his life, man. We owe. We got to do this work.
and that your fruit should remain.
Mm-hmm. And what is a part of your fruit? Not only the men that are amongst you that you've had a help in bringing in, but you are a show of your fruit. How much work you've done is a show of your fruit. The way you behave yourself is a show of your fruit. Go ahead.
For all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you.
Mm-hmm.
Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that you should bring forth fruit,
Mm-hmm.
and that your fruit should remain,
Mm-hmm.
that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name,
Right.
he may give it to you.
Right, but you got people that they ask of the Father, but they don't want to do what the Father is asking of them. They're nowhere to be found, and that makes you a piece of shit, man. For lack of a better word, the Lord, you want to ask, can I have? Just like when you were a child, and you ask your parents, can I do this or do that? What did they say? Did you clean your room? Did you do your homework?
Mm-hmm.
Did you do your chores or whatever your duty was in your house that your parents had given you? You had to do those things first before you received the things that you were asking for. And it's the same thing. It's the same principle, man. We go through those things to understand that. That's why we went through those things as a child, to understand how to be under rulership. Go ahead.
Come on. These things I command ye, that ye love one another.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to go, continue on?
Nah, that's it. I mean, I hit the point. We read a little bit more than I wanted to, but
Right,
it was good
right.
though. It was all in the spirit.
Okay.
So go ahead, jump to the other one.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 1.
Yep.
I beseech ye therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice.
Right. So the way you present your body as a living sacrifice is to go out and teach the word. We done been out in the snow. We done been out in the rain. We done been out in the cold. We done been out in the hot. And those are a sacrifice. To make yourself uncomfortable for this word is what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make yourself uncomfortable for this word. Go ahead.
By the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
Right, which is your reasonable service. So it's a reasonable thing for us to do this work, man. Give me that in I think it's Matthew 5:48. Either 5:48 or 5:38. No, it's 40. No. I can't think of it right now. But the scripture says that his yoke is easy. So it's a light thing for us to do this work, man. It's not hard. Do what the Lord is asking you to do. Make yourself a sacrifice. Go ahead. I'm saying this, I'm really addressing this to me because I've been feeling down and I've been feeling like I haven't been doing enough work. And it's as hard as it is for me to say it, but that's why I'm making this, because I feel like we haven't been doing enough, man. We haven't been doing enough, and we need to increase this work. Because I done seen brothers getting kicked out of the truth that I never would thought. I never would think that they would have left the truth and gone astray and going back into the world. And that means that we're not exempt. We're not exempt. That was it on that one?
Yeah.
So what's the other one? Second Timothy? Oh, you found something?
Let me read this one real quick.
Yep.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 11. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
Right, not slothful in business. If you ain't doing this work, you being slothful, man. You being slothful in business. You got to do this work. The Lord set us up as an example. He said it. He said he would set his prophets up last, and that we would be an example, man, of how to be. So you can't be slothful in your work. You got to do the work. It ain't your girl. It ain't your job. It ain't there should be nothing that hinders you from doing this work, man. You got a camera. You got a computer. Do the work, man. And even if you don't have those things, do the work, man.
You want it, Timothy?
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, was it 4 and Salaki?
I got it. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2.
Yep.
Preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season.
And not only just in season, out of season, as far as outside and there's snow outside and it's raining outside. Not just that, but whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable. You know, you're supposed to teach this word. That should be your main focus, is teaching this word and putting the word out. That was it?
God, no, it's more on that.
Okay.
In season and out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort, all long suffering
Mhm.
and doctrine.
Right.
God.
Go ahead.
For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
Mm-hmm. And that's the time we're in now,
Mm-hmm.
where they would not endure sound doctrine.
God.
We're in that time. That's why we have so much scoffers.
Scoffing season. Yep.
It's the season of the scoffer.
Yep.
That's why we have. That's why we have that, because they're not taking on this sound doctrine, man.
Right.
And you know what? The hell with them. The hell with them. If you can't take that the Bible is the truth on earth, then we don't care about you, man. And we know that hurts your feelings, but we don't care, man. If you're not about this truth, then we don't care. Go ahead.
God. It says, for the time will come where they not endure sound doctrine,
Mm-hmm.
but after their own lust,
Right.
they shall heap to themselves teachers,
Right.
having itching ears.
Right. They shall heap to themselves teachers. That's why you see they follow Polite. They follow all these different guys, Sodnetter and Shaka Amos and General Yohana and so forth and so on. The
And
list.
they'll follow them all, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right. With no quarrels about it.
Right.
With no quarrels about it. They'll follow every last one of them.
Different doctrines and
Yep.
different beliefs and
Yep.
whatnot, and try
Yep.
to mingle it together.
Yep. So in closing, this work should be our main priority, whether or not it's comfortable or not, because the Lord laid down His life for us, man. The Lord gave His life for us, and all He's asking you to do is teach. You don't got to die on the cross. You don't got to be crucified, right? All He's asking us is to teach this word, man. So, you got anything you wanted to add?
Oh yeah, just one more real
Mhm.
quick. Since you said that, this is 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 1. For so much as Yahweh Shai have suffered for us in the flesh,
Mhm.
arm yourselves likewise
That's
in
right.
the same mind.
Right.
He that has suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin.
That's right. He that suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin. And the main way the best way to keep that drive, to keep yourself from sin, is doing the work, man. If you're constantly in the scriptures, looking up things, studying, you won't have no time to be a sinner. You won't have no time to be going off because you'll be too busy working.
God.
You know, this is something that I always say to myself, and I don't know if implore is the right word, but I ask all you brothers to say the same thing to yourself, that you have to treat the truth like it's your job. Like I was watching the movie Malcolm X, and granted he was into that Muslim stuff, but I took something out of it, which was he did his studies. He used his studies as it was like his job. He would go in his office in his house, and he'd be looking up stuff and figuring out how to say this and say different things and teach different things. And we got to take it that serious too, man. We got to treat this is your job, man. People ask you what you do for a living. This is the truth. You do this for a living. Because if you don't, you're gonna die. All right. So with that, we're gonna say again, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Tawadi Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai for allowing us to come out and teach this word, to give us understanding that the world doesn't have. This is a special gift that we've been given. So Tawadi Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai for allowing us to have that gift. Double honors to the elders as always, the apostles of GMS. And honors and salutations to you other brothers that are out there teaching the word of sincerity and truth. So with that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.